2006 Bavaria 39, and today Fiona and I are going to take you all on a boat tour. So let's get started with the VBirth. All right, welcome to the VBirth. This is where little Fiona and I spend most of our evenings. It has a place to sit and relax and get ready. It has a beautiful, large, semi-queen-ish bed. And one of the reasons why I was even looking at Bavarias and they were on my radar is because of these cabinets. It has cabinets lining both sides of the VBirth, and you can fit so many clothes in here. It's phenomenal. And I don't have that many clothes, but for being able to work, you know, in an office still and live aboard, it's nice to be able to get all of your office type clothes, you know, somewhere nice. So this also features an ensuite head. So that is here to starboard, and that is fantastic because I never have to leave my room to actually go use the restroom if I need to. And then it has a hatch here and then another square hatch here. These are little ones and they kind of catch a really nice cross breeze, and there's one over the head as well. What else? We have a hanging locker here to the port, and it's got a hanging locker, and it also has shelves, so you can fit a whole bunch more clothes and storage in here. Storage underneath here. I keep a lot of my offshore harnesses and stuff like that. And then underneath the VBirth as well, there is a water tank as well as storage for hiking gear, yada, yada, yada. So, as far as VBirths go, this has been one of the favorites I've been on so far, other than I toured a few 50-foot boats and they were like the VBirth plus space on either side, which is just a whole nother level of boat. So, as far as like the 40-foot boat range goes, nice size VBirth. So, big fan of that. We'll do a quick pan around. Here it is, the whole VBirth. We have windows out either side, the hatch up top, all of the cabinets. Here's a quick view of the mountains out the window. And then this is one of my favorite parts here, is the hanging locker. Because you can fit so many clothes in a 39-foot boat. Plus, it also has storage here as well. Storage under little Fiona. And then, one of the other great parts is the ensuite head. So, pump toilet here. More mirrors than I care to have. But, you know, if you ever have girls over, they probably like mirrors. This also functions as a shower. So, if you need to shower, this is a wet head. It does have pump out in the floor, but I've never used it. So, and then hatch up above for ventilation. Woohoo! Then it's on to the saloon. Come on. Welcome to the Salon of Life Aquatic. For a 39-foot boat, this is actually a pretty big salon, so I was really impressed with the layout. It does have the galley to port, and then a huge settee seating area to starboard. It also features 2 skylights, a whole bunch of huge opening port lights, a large hatch in the center, and it's just a really nice place to hang out, edit video, and to work. And so I've been working from the boat sometimes, and it works well. This boat is not quite the original layout. There used to be a seat here as well, and it came out to about here on the boat. So you actually had, instead of walking straight into the bedroom, you had to walk around the seat. So that was removed, and what I will end up doing is putting one of those 12-volt cooler freezer things here, just so I can have some more cold storage, as the fridge you're about to see here in the galley is nice, but not big. So I'd love to have some more space for extended journeys. So let's do a close-up of the galley so you can see exactly how I cook on Life Aquatic. Alrighty, so in the kitchen here we have a beautiful pull-out isotherm fridge freezer. Well, what you can call a freezer, it's pretty small. Here we have the gimbal 2-burner stove. We have a whole bunch of storage up behind here. The new fans, which hopefully you guys aren't catching this in the audio. It's hot in here, so I'm not shutting these off yet. It does have a dual sink here, which is wonderful. One's a little smaller, one's a little bit bigger. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple kitchen. It's a propane stove. And I don't think I'm gonna change it. I like the propane for now, and maybe it'd be nice to have an electric cooktop, because I could have some more space here and put something else underneath it, like a microwave, because there's no microwave on this boat either. But lots of things to think about, lots of changes, nothing coming anytime soon because it works. So, who knows? That's the galley. All right, welcome to the navigation station. So this is really the chart table, navigation station, whatever you want to call it. I don't have any internal chart plotters here yet, and I would like to add another Axiom 9-inch or similar display down here eventually. But that's a work in progress. So for now, it's mostly just my electronics panels, the absolutely useless 220 panel, the radio, VHF, a small tabletop inverter here. Eventually the plan is to gut all of the 220 on this boat and maybe just leave the charging portion of it, because for me it's absolutely useless, and add a Victron Multi Plus 2 so that way I can do charging and inverting on 110 and then supply the rest of the boat with 110 power as well. But for now, this is just my workstation, and it's nice to have an actual chart table on the boat, and it's big and you feel pretty comfortable in here because the seat's actually slanted. So if you're heeled over at sea, you're not going anywhere. Next, let's look at the aft cabins. All right, welcome to the starboard aft cabin. This is a really nice sized cabin with a large queen-ish size layout. It has an opening hatch above, an opening port light to the side, and then a lower window here as well. I have added in another fan in this room, and with all the hatches open and the fan running, this room actually stays pretty cool, which really surprised me because I didn't think there was going to be all that much flow in here. But as far as the 39-foot boat goes, this one's got a lot of space for a whole nother bedroom for a single person or even a couple to sit and hang out back here, sleep, you know, use it as a bedroom. The coolest part is, hopefully, I don't know if you can see this, but when I stand up, I have got at least a foot above my head. And this bedroom also has a hanging locker here and shelves here as well, very similar to in the Master VBirth. Another cabinet up here for, well, it's currently used for Fiona, but overall it's a pretty comfy bed and a nice area to sit and sleep and hang out. Leaving the aft cabin, we're going forward. Hello, Fiona. And next to the kitchen or galley, we have another bathroom. This bathroom has been converted a little bit because there is now an air conditioner where the old toilet used to be. When I bought this boat, there was not a toilet or a black water tank connected. And so that is going to be on the project list as add another toilet. But right now, this is basically just a shower room because it does have a nice, large, separate shower in the boat. This has been a wonderful add-on, so my soap and everything doesn't go flying all over the boat. And it does have a nice, large sink with a big mirror. What's up? And my makeshift window, put in a clear piece of plexiglass and then foamed it around the old one, so that way this air conditioner can run in here, and then the other window just stays open, and when I want to leave I just pop that clear piece out, Bob's your uncle, and we close up the pink window for sailing. Alright, so next to the aft head, there is another bedroom here, identical to the other side, but not quite identical because it's not quite as clean. So it's gonna really bother me showing you guys because I like having a clean boat, but come on in, this is the garage. Here she is. We have my Spinnaker sail, a Milwaukee pack-out toolbox. This is absolutely necessary because it does not rust and it keeps most rust off the tools. It's been doing a really good job. And as you can see, this piece of foam is no longer covered. That cover is trash, so it works well if I put bed sheets down and I can turn it into a nice bedroom. But all of the upholstery on this boat needs to be redone at some point. Again, hanging locker, which currently houses a shop vac and other necessities, etc. Shelving for tools. It's kind of a mess, but this is the garage and this is kind of how it's supposed to be treated. Paddle boards, etc. back in the bedroom. So let's get out of there before we have to look at that anymore. It's just stuff and it's the same as the other side. Next, we're gonna look at the engine bay because this is one of my favorite parts on this boat because it's clean. Alright, so this is the engine on Life Aquatic. She is a Volvo Penta D255. As you saw previously, she has been a little bit worked on as she wasn't so happy when I first got her. And this heat exchanger is brand new. The mixing elbow is brand new. The fuel pump and all the ejectors have been rebuilt. We installed a new Vitas seawater strainer, as well as a rate core fuel cleaning system. It also has 2 inline fuel cleaning filters, as well as an oil filter down here. It's changed regularly. It's a pretty little engine bay. The other thing I added to this was a coolant catch can because the boat didn't come with one, and if it ever overheated, it was just dumping all the coolant straight into the bilge. So what's the point of that? I'd like to have my bilges stay clean and dry and not smell like diesel or coolant, so install the catch can. That's pretty much it. She runs great now, and it's been a great little motor. It's got a lot of power for this boat too, with the 3-bladed folding prop. So at about 1800 RPM, I'll cruise at 6.5 knots in decent conditions. So great little motor, and hopefully keeps treating me well. All right, so that pretty much concludes the interior of this boat. It's not humongous. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. We'll call it 1.5 because only one of them has a toilet. You can shower in both, but the aft head is way better for showering. And next, we'll go to a tour of the outside and see what kind of projects we got going on out there and see what the boat looks like. Alrighty, AC is on, so we gotta keep that guy closed. But anyways, welcome to the Helm on Life Aquatic. Coming out into the Helm, I am missing a steering wheel. Oh, that's odd. Just kidding, it's tied to the rails, that way I can walk in and out. We are currently on the dock, so it makes it super easy to come and actually film the whole back end of the boat here. Davits are in progress still. Finish those up very soon. So, we do have a radar system up above. Normally, the steering wheel goes here, but I take it off so it's easier to walk around. New autopilot, a Raymarine chart plotter, mount for an iPad. And the best part about this boat that I like is that for doing a lot of solo sailing is it has a furling mainsail here. And so that means all the lines run aft. All right, and what all lines running aft really means for you is that it's really easy for someone to work with the sails because they never actually have to go forward to the mast. You can work with all the lines back here from the safety of the helm and the cockpit area and never need to leave, because when you're walking up on the bow, there's always a greater chance of falling off. So if you're gonna be doing solo sailing, or even you're new to sailing, you just don't like walking up there, get one with all the lines that lead aft and your life is way easier. The one downside to having furling equipment is that if it fails and your sail gets stuck trying to furl back in, it can be a huge headache. All right, so coming off the back of the boat, there's a nice sugar scoop with a transom shower, the new dinghy davits that are being welded together. One of my solar panels, as there will hopefully be a second one on there soon. I'll try and get a pan of the whole boat here so you can see her from a beam or to the side of the boat. And there's a little dinghy, it's got a 15-horse Yamaha surfboard. We got a little tent that Fiona loves to sit under on the bow of the boat. Roller furling, and of course, my pirate flag. It's already tattered and looking very, very piratey. She is a twin spreader Selden mast, Selden spar setup with a rod kicker, and so it's really a pleasure to sail. The only thing I don't love is the radar is mounted on the backstay. Why? I don't know why anyone does that. An awful idea. I'd love to have the radar mounted here. Maybe one day. Fiona is going to show us the way to the front of the boat. Right, Fiona? She knows her way up there. Tell me, Fiona, is this your favorite spot on the boat or what? Where do you love to sit? Well, she pretty much lays anywhere up here, but her favorite spot is usually under the tent during the middle of the day. And here she is, all the way up from the bow. It's got a Rockna 45-pound anchor on the front, Furlex furling gear, pretty much your standard boat. The one thing I do really like is it also has a nice Cayman windlass. And one of my next projects we're currently working on, I just got the spinnaker back from the sailmaker, And this is the ring for the bowsprit. And this boat already has a whisker pole and a bowsprit here. So it's ready to fly spinnaker. That will be a journey for another time though. Here's Fiona in her favorite spot. All right, so that pretty much concludes this week's episode of a boat tour of Life Aquatic. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and now you kind of see a little bit about what it's like living on a boat, or at least what the inside of a sailboat looks like for those of you that haven't been on one, and how fun it can be. I mean, your puppy gets to sit outside all day and play in the sunshine when she wants, so. And if you'd like to stay up to date, don't forget to like and subscribe so that way you can see the latest content on YouTube, or follow me here on Instagram to stay real time, up to date. Signing off, and we're gonna go have some sundowners.